how can these things create so much magic in people's bodies? You just put this little sticker on you, you activate your stem cells. What it does actually is activate copper peptides using light therapy, nanocrystals, which then reactivates stem cells. And these things are really quite extraordinary. I've seen a lot of products in the last 10 years, and I don't think I've seen anything quite this good. And I just want to talk a little bit about my experience, and you can see for yourself what they do. You might know my story, 30 years worth of eczema. I was using all kinds of different toxic creams for many, many years, and my skin appeared to have lost its ability to kind of self-moisturize. Even though the eczema for the most part was gone, because the inflammation was gone, I still used moisturizer on my neck and on my face. For the last 2 months of using these, I've not used that on my face. The wrinkles just below my eyes seem to be going, and it's happening, similar things are happening for lots of other people. So I have seen results. If my own results aren't interesting for you, I could talk about other people's results, and then it would get even more interesting. Because there are people who are literally getting a life transformation by using these stem cell patches. You wear them 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and you could pick a label of an illness, pick any label, and I can virtually guarantee that I'll find testimonials of that condition being solved or at least improved by using these stem cell patches. They're unreal. This company has been around for 19 years. The mission of the founder, David Schmidt, is truly incredible. He wants to help people get better without drugs. So naturally, I'm very aligned. They have their place, of course. But these things, wow, I've never seen anything this good. And even repairing heart damage from you know what, and other things. So what I wanted to say quickly was, every company has to be so careful with what they say. And if you have a condition label of X, you might say, will it work for X? And my normal response will be, most likely. You know, if you have, it's similar to inflammation. Inflammation creates all kinds of chronic illnesses, whether it's eczema or asthma or psoriasis or cancer or heart disease. It's all a result of inflammation. So the work that I've done for the last 10 years is helping people get rid of inflammation, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and getting to the cause so the symptom naturally goes away. So if people say to me, hey, will it work for this? I normally say, yes, if it's inflammatory, yes, it'll work. By the way, talking of inflammation, these things help rid the body of inflammation. In the title of this video, I said, why am I resistant sharing it? Now this might seem weird, but the reason I'm slightly resistant sharing it, even when I've seen something so good and it transformed the lives of so many people, even from getting out of a wheelchair, not from a spinal injury, I haven't seen that yet, but from debilitation over years and many, many surgeries, and people with eyesight improving and gum disease disappearing and cancer disappearing, and it's so many different conditions it has worked for. The reason I'm slightly resistant about this is because I wouldn't want to deny anyone of the phenomenal transformation that takes place when one goes on a holistic health path to reverse their illness. Now this might sound a bit weird, but whenever I work with people, or whoever I've interviewed who's reversed an incurable illness, the crisis has normally led to some kind of incredible transformation, incredible awakening. In many cases, a lot of people go, oh my God, I had no idea that we are part of this collective consciousness. I've had a pineal gland activation. I've had mystical experiences in breath work. Or I've been to Peru and I've been drinking ayahuasca and I've had all these incredible downloads and I've got rid of all this trauma, and people are developing their psychic senses and stuff. There's so much cool stuff on the other side of a holistic health path healing route that some people might never ever experience if all they do is that. So what I'm suggesting to people is, by the way, I don't even mention this to my clients until week 7 or 8, because I want them to get results before I talk about the patches, because the body can heal just about anything. I see these as a catalyst, and if someone is really suffering, then I recommend getting on them straight away. But there's so much magic that comes with going down the holistic health path and figuring out what's created the illness in the first place, what's created the inflammation. Is it something I'm eating, or many things I'm eating? Is it the environment? Which toxicity has entered my body? That's what inflammation is, creating a myriad of symptoms. So if one is denying themselves of that path, that reverse engineering path, if you will, that's the title of my book, Reverse Engineer Chronic Illness, Heal Inflammation, and Ignite Your Life Force Energy. If all one does is take pills, for example, or they take the best thing without the side effects, in my opinion, best thing I've ever seen, but they don't do the other work, they're going to deny themselves of a transformation and a potential awakening, which creates and opens so many doors to us like you wouldn't believe. They often say that crisis leads to an awakening. Some people who reverse cancer holistically are grateful for having received the cancer diagnosis because it caused them to go on a real deep dive as to what created it. So it's really amazing what can come out of a crisis, whether it's familial or financial or illness or something. Magic comes out the other side, and that's the last thing I'd ever want to deny anyone. But if you're really suffering from something, I also don't want to deny you this. So there's my little spiel. That's a little longer than I was hoping for it to be. It's called Lifewave. Go to startx39.com, and if you'd like support with buying, I'll send you a link. They use a network marketing model. Maybe that's another bit of resistance I have. I am a distributor, but I also don't want to deny you of a transformation that you might be really seeking right now. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.